ALBERT EINSTEIN at School by PATRICK PRINGLE. Today we are going to do its important questions. Its first question is, attempt a short character sketch of Einstein. Its answer is, although Einstein did show signs of inflexibility and rigidity of views, he was an extremely sensitive man of high personal integrity. He did seek a false certificate of nervous disorder, but he could not lie to the doctor Ernest Weil. In Urie's words, he was the world's worst liar. A lot of things he wanted to say to others, he did not say out of his sense of modesty. His love for music shows his mild and emotional nature. That he was a renowned scientist is a well-known fact. Next question is, the school system often curbs or curtails talent. Discuss. Or, Mr. Brown and the head teacher belonged to a system of education that tilted and stifled learning and creativity in students. Discuss. The education system in Einstein's school in Germany was no different from those schools where the main stress was laid on memorizing facts rather than thinking new ideas. According to his cousin Elsa, Einstein could easily earn his diploma if he learned facts, but he said he could not do so. It was not a surprise to find when his history teacher branded him as an ungrateful boy who was a disgrace to school. Another flaw in the system was that it did not recognize special talents. It seems no attempts were made by the teachers of those days to understand the students' problems and emotions. Only Mr. Coach, his mathematics teacher, showed some goodness for his specialty in mathematics. The history teacher, Mr. Brown, was completely insensitive to Einstein's needs and limitations, and so was his head teacher. Instead of making efforts to help Einstein cope with the system better and do well at studies, he was asked to leave. The system was so mercy that even Mr. Koch, who understood Einstein very well, could do nothing to help him. To conclude, I can say that the education system in Germany in those days was rigid and laid undue emphasis on cramming of information. Describe how the head teacher made it easy for Albert to leave school. To remain away from the school, he got a medical certificate from Dr. Ernest Weil in which he certified that he had a nervous breakdown and must stay away from school. Before he could see his head teacher, the head teacher called him to his office where he told him that he was too terrible to be kept in school. On asking what his crime was, the head teacher told him that in his presence, the teacher neither could teach the class nor could the pupils learn. Albert wanted to tell the head teacher what he thought of him and the school, but he didn't say anything. The head teacher asked him to close the door behind him, but he didn't do so, nor did he have the last look at his school. He met only Urie. Next question is, what do you understand of Einstein's nature? From his conversation with his history teacher, his mathematics teacher and the head teacher. His conversation with his history teacher, Mr. Brown, shows that he was honest and truthful regarding what he thought. He found no points in learning dates and facts. This irritated his history teacher, who dubbed him as an ungrateful and unashamed boy, and his head teacher could not understand him and wanted him to leave the school. He was excellent at mathematics with new ideas. In fact, his knowledge was more advanced than that of his teacher, who believed that soon the boy would be teaching him. He was quite rigid and immovable in his conversation with the history teacher. Again, when the head teacher asked him to shut the door after him, he paid no heed. Thus, while his personality was colored by so many good qualities, there was a touch of some negative qualities too, and that is what made him truly human. Next question is, how do you distinguish between information gathering and insight formation? Learning the details of armies and battle dates are facts. There is no point in spending too much time in gathering the information. These could be ascertained from the books anytime. Learning facts without understanding is what we call information gathering, whereas analyzing the causes that led to a certain incident such as a war or uprising are the part of insight information. It gives us a clear perception into the true nature of a thing. Such knowledge increases our logical reasoning and understanding and makes us think. How did the history teacher treat Albert? His history teacher made him stay in school for an additional duration that day as a punishment. He said that Albert was an insult for school, so he should leave. What did Mr. Koch think about Albert? Mr. Koch thought that Albert was very brilliant in mathematics. He clearly knew that Albert knew more than him and he was unable to teach him. He wanted him to leave the school and join any college or university. What was Albert's theory of education? He thought that learning the facts is not education. He believed in new ideas instead of learning dates and facts. Instead of learning the facts, he would like to know the reasons of the war. चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं, लाइक करें, कमेंट और शेयर करें.